Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is my second year gardening and this video is starting off at the end of May. So this is everything I harvested from my garden in 2025. I am so excited to look back on this when I post this at the end of the year, and today is our very first harvest, so let's see what we grab. So our very first thing is lettuce. This is our lettuce. This is the butter crunch variety, and I'm planning on making a Caesar salad to share with my friends on a picnic today. So let's grab a few leaves. Okay, I think this is a good amount of lettuce for now. So now we're gonna harvest some spinach. So this is my giant noble spinach right here by the broccoli. This is broccoli. This is my spinach right here. And she is giant and noble. No, wait. Never mind, I'm wrong. This is my Bloomsdale spinach. And my giant noble is actually the smaller one. This is my giant noble. I think this is my Bloomsdale. That doesn't really make sense, but all right, let's harvest some. Oh my gosh, the first leaflet. I've never harvested spinach before. All right, we are still at the end of May. Next week is June, and it's time to finally harvest some of our broccoli plants. Look how big they've gotten. Like, these are massive. Fun fact about broccoli is that you can eat all parts of the plant. So you can eat the head, you can eat the leaves and the stems. So I might give it a little try. I don't know, but first let's chop off the heads. So at the grocery store, they actually bunch up a bunch of broccoli together, and that's why it looks massive. This is my first time growing broccoli, so I don't know if this is good or not. This looks like it's kind of spaced out, but I think it's because it's almost gonna flower and you want to pick it before it flowers. So I'm gonna pick this one. They're tiny. A single serving. Let's chop it off. There we go. Our little broccoli, homemade broccoli. And Coco's having a blast in here. He's actually trying to find peas because the peas are getting close to picking time too. Wasn't planning on filming this today, but I'm out here doing my nighttime routine, or my evening routine right before night, of watering everything. And while I was looking through the strawberry bed, I noticed our first red strawberries. You see them? So let's pick one and eat it. The first strawberry of the season. I love these on crepes. Gonna wash it off. All right, last year these were pretty sour, so let's see if they're sour this year. Maybe they're a little sour, but I don't mind. To me, they don't taste much different than like a grocery store strawberry, so cheers. Second bouquet of the year. These are snapdragons, and these are roses called Make Me Blush. It's mid-June, and I was giving my in-laws a garden tour, and most of my carrots have gone to seed and are really puny. Like, every time I pull them up, they're like this. That's my carrot, but it's already trying to seed. So I thought they were just like a dud this year. But I also had some carrots that flew into other beds that I didn't really pay much attention to. And guess what? Tell me why my carrots that did not have special attention grew the best. That's crazy. It's the end of June, and here is another bouquet that I just made. We have coneflowers, snapdragons, and red fire pokers. Well, these are yellow, but yeah, so fun little whimsical bouquet that I'm gonna give to my mom. I'm so excited! Today is the day. It's July 1st, and we are officially, don't mind the lawn mower going off in the background. We are officially harvesting garlic and cabbage from the garden today, and I'm so excited because I've been growing this garlic ever since fall of last year. So it's been in the making for a long time. So first, let's get the cabbage. All right, I have two cabbage varieties growing in my garden this year, a purple kind, which is not ready yet, and then my green cabbage, which is ready. I actually have a couple of them. There's 3 forming, but I think I'm gonna harvest this one because it seems like it's there. So let's get it. This is my first ever cabbage I've ever grown, so I'm really excited about it. We're gonna make it with a recipe this week. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, I have a cabbage! I have a cabbage! Time for the garlic, but I first just have to show you how much the cosmos popped off. This is my blackberry bed, and they all self-seeded from last year. I did not plant any of these, which is crazy. We have so many different like colors too. It's also Co's favorite spot to lay in. My onions are getting pretty big, but they're not ready yet, but the garlic is. So come on over here. I'm gonna pull this one out first. So you know garlic is ready when like the leaves have like turned brown and crusty. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, she's pulling up a fight. I have garlic. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. You have to pull one. It's so satisfying. Holy guacamole. Smell it. It's
wow,
potent.
that's garlic right there.
That's potent.
Wow.
Okay, Spencer's pulling one.
Whoa. That's a big one.
Holy cow, that's a huge one.
Massive.
Oh my gosh.
That is so big.
Good job. Holy cow. We really have garlic for days. The peas are still going so strong. I've been literally picking these every day. And it just keeps producing more, which I'm not complaining about. They're like really good size too. So Koa's been eating a bunch of these. We're gonna make some meals with some peas today or sometime this week. So add this to the harvest basket.
You want this, buddy? You want a pea? Oh, he loves them.
It's so exciting, all the different things we're harvesting from the garden. It's just so fun. All right, this is most of the garlic I just harvested. Ooh, and it's potent. It smells strong, but wow. My first ever garlic harvest, and I feel like it was such a big success. We definitely have some big bulbs in here. First harvest of July is going swimmingly, I'd say. Okay, I just tied all of my garlic bunches together. I did about 5 to 10 garlics per bundle, and I tied them with some twine and then stuck them on this cattle panel to dry. So there's all the garlic that I harvested from the garden for 2025. That is absolutely insane. This will be done in about 2 to 3 weeks, I think, done curing and drying, and then I can store it in my pantry, which is awesome. I'll have garlic until probably next year. Yay! This screams fall to me, which makes me so excited for fall, even though I know it's the beginning of summer, but like, it's so cool. Just made another bouquet. We have daylilies, bee balm, I'm pretty sure it's called, and then tricolored bird's eye gilia. So pretty and fun. I was out in the garden today. This is beginning of July. Just playing fetch with Koa and saving some seeds for my flowers. And I am just in awe of how beautiful my cut flower garden looks right now. So I want to show you a little bit of what that looks like. Okay, here is the tiered flower garden in Koa. It's so beautiful. I love all the colors and the different flowers. We have some celosia right here and a different kind along with our 5 spot. Here's some different zinnias. Some more over here. And these are dahlias. Honestly, don't remember the names of these and the tag is buried, but I have a lot of these yellow flowers and then a bunch of like micro flowers in between. This flower is so cool. I think it's called Joey's Tail. It's an Australian flower and it's nothing like I've ever seen before. And then this is my snapdragon section, which I absolutely am in love with. I just love the deep red and then the light pink. Then we have some light pink / yellow zinnias galore. Also some multi-layered zinnias, which is super fun. These guys are super cool too. These are called ageratums. These guys are gonna become mammoth sunflowers, which are gonna be, well, as it says mammoth. I'm super excited to collect sunflower seeds from them. Just harvested another bouquet from the flower garden for my mom this morning. It's near the end of July and I feel like everything has been popping off so much. The garden has definitely reached its peak and the flowers definitely show for it. So we have these erginiums, which I think are so cool. They're like this otherworldly bluish purple. Like I've never seen a color like this before. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it on camera, but it's these like spiky ones. They actually kind of hurt too to touch. So, but I feel like they're so unique and they're perennial. These are my favorite dahlias. I think they're so gorgeous. We also have some zinnias, some sage. I also put mint. Mint is a great bouquet filler and it smells amazing. And yeah, here's a little bouquet for my mom. Hi. It's the very beginning of August, and I'm just currently filming a little TikTok about the things that I'm saving seed from. And while I was doing that, I came to the back of my garden, which I kind of abandoned because I got a little carried away with flowers. I kind of abandoned my vegetables for a little bit, and I was like, let me just check up on the cucumbers, because last year I got so many of them, so I planted less this year. Guys, I think I let them get too big again, let me tell you. I didn't realize I even had any growing. There's a hummingbird. There it is. There's the hummingbird. Oh, bye, friend. Mom is gonna shake her head when she sees this clip. I just know it. Hi, Koa. Hey, let's show them the ginormous cucumber we have growing. Koa, this is crazy. I can't. Oh my gosh. Dude, Koa's in the way. Do you see this bad boy? Oh my gosh. Koa, you can't eat this, but it's a chunkers. Look at it compared to my head. Cucumber is such a prolific plant, I swear. Like, if you're thinking about gardening, try a cucumber, because they always, without fail, deliver for me. That's lovely. Anyways, I thought I'd just update y'all on that because I thought that was hilarious that I let my cucumbers get this big again. So in the spring, I went a little crazy with planting onion. Oh wow. I planted over like 300 onion saplings just because I had very low expectations of it taking and then growing, but to my surprise, a lot of them did. And now I have a lot of onion, and like half of my beds are just filled with onions. I've just been waiting for them to grow, and I think the first ones are ready because the leaves have already like completely flopped over, and they say like once the leaves have flopped over, the onions are pretty much done growing. So we're gonna pull them and see how big they got. Let me show you what they look like right now though. Okay, this is what they look like. Ta-da! I'm very excited because this process of planting all the onions was so tedious. I had to start all of them indoors during the winter, and then I had to separate every single one when transplanting, and that's when I was like, oh, they're not gonna survive, just because I had to separate the roots so much. But surprisingly they came back, so I got my little harvesting container. Let's pull them out. Whoa! Whoa, it's kind of oblong. I thought it was gonna be like circle, but like it's like oval? This is crazy. Okay, so the next step is literally oh no, Cole, you can't eat it. That smells so strong. So it's ready to eat right now, or if I want to save them for storage, I just do it the same way that I did with my garlic. I'm gonna hang them up to dry on my cattle panel wires, and just wait for like, I guess, a couple weeks, and then I could take off the leaves and the roots. So, all right, first one. I'm gonna leave the rest in the ground and just have these for now. But I feel like this is a pretty good first harvest, especially for my first time ever growing onion. I think my biggest one by far is this one. This is the variety of onion. Something Spanish onion. Planted this from seed in February, and it's August, and I finally got the vegetable. So last year I planted corn, and it was so much fun to grow. This year I thought I would spice it up and plant some popcorn. And when you plant popcorn, you can't typically plant like sweet corn with it because of the cross-pollination. It would just make it taste weird. So I planted two different varieties of popcorn, one called Dakota Black and the other is Glass Gem. Glass Gem is like a rainbow variety, and the Dakota Black is an all black kernel. Okay, I think it's almost ready to pick, but they need to be a little bit more crispy and brown, I think, before I can harvest them. That's what I Googled. So, you know corn is ready when it starts to pull away from the main vine of the corn, like the main stalk. And it's looking like that with the ingle. It's also looking dry, so I think if this was a sweet corn, I'd be able to pick it and eat it. But because it's popcorn, I think I want it to dry on the plant before I pick it. But curiosity got the best of me, and I took a little peek at what it looks like so far, and I am so excited. Okay, let me show you. Do you see that? Ooh. That is so cool. I've never seen corn a different color other than like white or yellow. So yay! I'm hoping that I'll be able to pick it fully within like this month, but we'll see. All right, it's a couple of days since the last clip, still beginning of August, and I'm seeing the first tomatoes turn red. The tomatoes are out here instead of in the official garden area because there was no room for them when I planted in the spring. So I just started spreading everything out to the whole yard instead of just a section of it. Anyways, it looks like we have our first Roma tomato. This is my first year planting Roma. I planted them mostly for canning because they store well. Oh wow, that just fell right off the vine. I don't have to even pull. First Roma into the basket. Okay, and then this one, I don't remember which tomato this is specifically because I can't find a tag, but it's either Mediterranean or Moneymaker tomato. There is one ready. Wow, these are just falling off. That is crazy. They're super ready. Tomatoes are my favorite things to eat from the garden. Like, nothing beats a fresh garden tomato. They're literally the best. I'll just snack on them out here. We have some more on this tomato. She went crazy outside of her cage. Like, the cage is literally falling apart. But very fun that we're already starting to see some of them turn red. Okay, we're still early August. We're gonna make some orange chicken fried rice and then pan-fried carrots and zucchini for dinner tonight. So I went out here to harvest some carrots. This is the best one we've gotten so far. I am like shocked. Let's keep like harvesting and see what the others look like. There's some janky ones for sure in here. Co's laying on all of them. Let's see, let's pick this one. Oh,
What the heck?
this one might be a janky one. This is what I mean. Ko, do you want these?
It's like 6 carrots in one.
I know, there's so many. They kind of all just got morphed together. Look how long this one is!
It's like a whole carrot with several other carrots attached to it. That's 6 carrots in one. Holy cow.
Oh my gosh. Those are my biggest, longest ones I've had so far. That is a good harvest. Do you think that's enough carrots for tonight's dinner?
Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna go harvest zucchini now. Okay, we planted 1 zucchini this year because we got so many last year. We actually have some frozen in our freezer still. And this year our zucchini plant did not do so well. She's struggling, so that's a little sad. She does have 2 little zucchinis on it though, so I'm gonna pick one. And we're gonna have this one for dinner. It's honestly perfect for me because I'm the only one who eats zucchini. Spencer doesn't like it, so this is the perfect size. We're gonna cook these up tonight. It's craft night with the ladies. One thing we really wanted to do was make pressed flower. I want to make mine into frames. And so we just went out and picked a bunch of my flowers. And it's so pretty. Look at the arrangement.
Can you believe this came from your yard?
It's not even like all the flowers I have too.
No, this is
There's so many more different kinds.
You grew such a variety. I mean, look at this. How fun. How fun is that? Tell me.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah, so here's all the flowers. I'm a little sad to be squishing them in the book, but I think that's how you do it. So you just put it and then stick this on top.
Slam it shut.
Now, do I have to press it hard?
Well, you're going to put weights on top of it, but we're going to put multiple in the book. So if you can skip a chunk of pages and then put another. And then we'll put heavy stuff, and hopefully it will be heavy enough.
It squished it a little bit.
Okay, and then we'll weight them down with you'll put heavy stuff on top.
So here's my flowers. Here's some of the seeds. These are mostly dahlias. I still have a lot of seed saving to do. I have some over here too, of like that's spinach and then broccoli. And then some other flowers, carrots. So lots of seed saving this year so that I can have all the same plants next year. Woo! Welcome back to the garden. It is mid to the end of August, and I think it's finally time to start harvesting some of my popcorn. This side I planted Dakota Black popcorn, which is like all black kernels, and this side I planted Glass Gem, which is rainbow kernels. And our first Dakota Black is ready, and it's our biggest one yet, and I'm so excited to pick it. Here she is in all of her glory. Ugh. Oh my gosh. This is my first year ever growing popcorn, and I'm a popcorn fiend. I love to have popcorn as a good snack. This is so cool. Tell me if you've ever seen this before. Partial reason why I knew this was ready, because look, it's already popping at the top because it's been so hot. Like literally the high of today I think was around 97. So it's already turning into popcorn at the top of the cob. So I think we could bring this inside, make some popcorn. This is so cool. Also the kernels are hard, which I think means it's ready. With sweet corn, you obviously want it to be big and juicy, but with this, you want to be a little bit harder. We're beginning of September. The daylight is fading quickly, and I just harvested our one and only plum from our plum tree this year. She's gotten a lot bigger, but she suffered some serious plum aphid damage in the spring. I was not expecting that, so next year I'm gonna have to spray for that. But because of that, she only produced 2 plums, one of which disappeared. I don't know where it went, so now we're left with 1. I haven't washed it, but I'm gonna eat it. It looks good though. It's perfectly ripe. Last year I think I tried them a bit too early and they were sour, so that was perfect. It is so yummy. Good job, tree. My first fruit from a tree. Yay. Okay, it's still the beginning of September, just a couple days later from the last clip, and it's time to harvest potatoes. And the way you know that potatoes are ready is when their leaves start to turn brown. Oh, well that just fell right off. So they're getting really crunchy. I have never harvested potatoes before, so this will be a first. And it's also time to harvest leeks, which are right next to the potatoes. So this plant right here is a potato, and this one that looks like grass is a leek. So let me go get my gloves on and let's see how many we can find. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is a big potato. Are you kidding me? Wait, like, look at the size. This thing is massive. Wow. Wait, that's so magical. I'm gonna keep digging. Oh, in comparison, there's this little nugget. Cute. She's a tiny little nugget. Okay, I'm gonna keep digging. I'll give you a haul when I'm all done. This was so much fun, and I think I'm definitely going to plant some more potatoes next year. Last year I tried planting potatoes and I was only able to find like one that was like that tiny. Having a lot and being this big really encouraged me. It is very laborious, very dirty, but definitely worth it. So yeah, that was successful. Okay, once again, beginning of September, just a couple days later, I just did another pass through of tomatoes. Got some good aromas, got some good little smaller tomatoes. I am tackling the potato leek soup today. I'm gonna freeze dry a bunch of it and just save it so I can enjoy over the winter. But I think we're gonna make some soup for dinner tonight. So we have our leeks that look like they're ready. This is my first year growing leeks. They're my mom's favorite vegetable in the garden, so I'm excited to try them for myself. I don't know if I've ever had a leek before, to be honest. So you get like the soil a little bit loose. I'm just gonna wiggle it around, and then I'm gonna pull it out. That right there is a leek. So the part you would eat is this white bulb to like here, so the white and the light green stems. Some people do make the darker green stems into like a broth. I'm gonna chop off the bottom part, and I'm actually gonna replant this because I think it'll come back. I think it's like chives and it'll just grow another plant. So I'm gonna experiment and see if I can do that. But this is exciting. I'm gonna peel back these layers and we'll make this for dinner tonight. But this
Thing's
is my
half as
meat.
tall as you are.
I know, look at it. It's pretty big. It's like flopped over too. Like this is its full length, right? It is basically my height. I'm 5'2". Okay, while we were harvesting leeks, I was like, I'll give Koa a carrot from the garden because he's my gardening buddy. So I pulled one out. This is the most thickest, massive carrot I've ever seen. It's so crazy. But I promised Koa a carrot, so he gets it all to himself. Look at him, come here, come look at his face. Look. Hi, Koa. You want your carrot? Oh my gosh.
There he goes. What a spoiled little guy.
He loves garden carrots. He's like a little rabbit. That was crazy. We also need to harvest the rest of the carrots, but that's after the leek soup. Today is the day we're chopping down the sunflowers. This is my mammoth sunflower, and it is bigger than my head. I planted these specifically so I can harvest the seeds, which you can kind of see a little sneak peek of it. This is my first year growing sunflowers, so I don't really know what I'm doing, but I chopped it and now I'm gonna let it dry for another month. This was the plant. Do you even get this in the frame?
Not the whole thing.
This is the plant next to my tree. This is a sunflower that grew just a few months. It's thicker and taller than my tree. I am a sunflower fiend. I eat them every night as a snack. I'm so excited to roast these. I hope they turn out well. But wow, I am shook about how big this is. This is crazy. So I think we may have missed the eggplant window. I honestly didn't really know when to harvest them, but they're changing colors, which I don't think is a good sign. I'm gonna harvest them anyway. So Spencer has one he's holding.
The one I'm holding doesn't feel soft.
I was just waiting till they got bigger, but I think this is my max size. I don't know.
Yeah, they have like,
They're changing color.
they're like lighter purple than they should be. The first one you threw me looks good. These two look not as good.
And this one looks the worst.
Ooh.
Yeah, give me tips.
That's almost
on when
a
to harvest
tomato.
these. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I checked on them earlier with you and we're like, maybe we can leave them on, but I think I left them on for too long. I'm going to a baby shower, so I just picked some flowers from the garden. This is a show-stopping dahlia. That's not its name, but like it is so beautiful. So that's the center piece of it. And then I included some zinnias and some statice and some other fun flowers, some mint. And I think it looks really good. It's so cute. So this morning on our morning walk, I realized there was a very, very light layer of frost on the grass. It is still the beginning of October. It's like October 7th, I think. But the temperatures are getting colder. We're dipping down to like 36 at night, and 32, I believe, is a soft frost, and 28 is a hard frost. And for my warm loving plants, the frost will kill them. So we're gonna be doing a big harvest today. We have a lot of acorn squash to bring in, tomatoes. My loofahs are still growing and I don't know if I should take them off the vine or not, but we're just gonna do a big harvest, so I'll show you the process of some of that and what we got afterwards. This one is massive. Definitely one of our biggest ones, I think. So earlier this season, I already harvested the Dakota black corn, which surprisingly was ready to harvest way before my glass corn, my rainbow glass corn. This one is supposed to be rainbow. I have not picked any, so this is literally the first time I'm seeing it. I'm so excited. It's kind of small. That is so pretty. That is gorgeous. Are you kidding me? This is so fun. Are you serious? I am definitely going to be planting these every year. That is the prettiest corn I've ever seen in my life. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to pick the rest. That is so cool. I'm not sure if this little guy is ready, but I'm gonna pick him anyway because last year's cantaloupe when I picked them were way too ripe. I only got 2 this year. So we'll see how this one is like. Also, I think I have a cucumber problem because what am I gonna do? I guess I'm eating cucumbers for dinner tonight. This is crazy. Here we are at the Brussels sprouts patch, I guess. This one was my best, but I think I left them on the plant for a little too long because some of them are looking scraggly. Like that one looks a little scraggly. It's by that I just mean like it's opening. I think you want one that looks more like this. Mine didn't really get that big, honestly. These were the biggest Brussels sprouts I got, so I need some tips on growing them, but honestly, they're not even my favorite vegetable. I just want to see if they taste better being grown from home. So I'm gonna pick the rest of these, put them in the basket. Last night we just hit our first frost of the season, which means the plants are wilted. I don't know if you could tell, they definitely got frost damage, so they're done and it's time for the garden to be officially tucked away for winter. So I'm doing one last big harvest. I just cut down the loofah And that was a task to try to do. We got about 8 loofah, which I was surprised. I thought we were maybe only gonna get 1. This was the biggest one. I was waiting for it to dry on the cattle panel, but I think I'm gonna have to just process these indoors. And this was the smallest one. I think it's so fun though that I was able to grow these. Like, I didn't know what to expect. So definitely the vegetable that I was looking forward to most this year. All right, one of the last things to harvest for this season are the huckleberries. So we specifically waited to harvest these after our first frost. And we have quite a lot. I'm also stained purple from it. But I'm excited to make these into like jams and jellies, and I don't know, I've never grown this either. This year was a year first. Just picking these, making sure there's no green on them. And yeah, I have a feeling we'll fill this up pretty easily. I believe this is the last thing from the garden we have yet to harvest. And that is celery. So I think, I haven't looked up on what to do for this, but I'm pretty sure you just pick off all the leaves and then this is what you eat. I planted so much celery this year and I have not harvested them, although they are ready to be eaten. They have been for a while, but I found a recipe. I'm gonna put them in, and I need to harvest them all today because a hard frost is coming tonight, which will completely wipe out the plants. So we need to get to work. Do you not like it? Do you want the celery? I don't know if he knows what to think about it. He wants to eat it, but he also doesn't like it. All right, this is the haul of the celery I was able to harvest. We have a lot of celery plants, but I've been noticing that the slugs have gone into them and hauled them out. So a lot of these are very flimsy and basically just eaten of all nutrients. So this is our final gathering. I wanted to give you guys a little update on the loofah that I processed. This is how it turned out. So I had to bake it and basically degut it. So take all the like vegetable juicy parts and the seeds from inside of it. And then this is basically the ribbing, the sponge that is left behind. So now I can use these as a bath sponge or a dish sponge. And they're actually like pretty sturdy and like scratchy, so I feel like it'd be perfect for that, very exfoliating. I might just cut these in half, but you can like sew them together or put them on a stick or like whatever. But the loofah was the one plant that I was the most excited about growing this year, so I'm very happy I was able to get 3 sponges from it. I saved a bunch of seeds, so we're gonna see if we can do it again next year. But that is my garden harvest and review. It is officially the end of October. We just hit our first hard frost this morning, so harvesting is now done. It is very sad to say because I do have a lot of fun gardening and seeing what I can grow and just experimenting with different plants. But it is also a little bit relieving that I now have a break to not have to go outside and do a bunch of yard work. So now my job over the winter is to do a bunch of seed sorting and saving and planning for next year's garden. But I'm very pleased with how this year's garden turned out. I feel like we expanded a bunch from last year, especially with our flowers. There was a bunch of bouquets I forgot to film, but I had so much fun arranging flowers and growing different varieties. And I'm very excited to see what next year holds. I feel so grateful and blessed that I was able to grow my own food. Like, I just think that is so cool. So anyways, let me know if you like these videos. Let me know if you have your own garden and what your favorite thing is to grow. And I'll see you in a future video. Bye!